Hi, I'm Tuxedo Mask Darian here, and today I'm going to talk about, well, alright. So we know that on October 31st it's daylight keeping time, which you're not really keeping daylight, you're not really losing it. Well, more like you're actually losing it. When you gotta shift your timer back, which never really helps anyone. Why it was done, no one knows. Oh, some folks have some thought and some belief over why they think it's done, but at the end of the day, no one truly knows. It's one of those irksome things you gotta do. At least if you live in the Onded Reich. Can't speak for any other lands, but I know it was something. And why they call it daylight keeping time, I don't know. You're not really keeping the daylight. You don't really keep it. You end up losing more of it when you shift your timer back than you do when you shift it ahead. Now, I'm sure some folk out there has the answer for it. Probably had something to do with, I don't know, folks think that folks were in, that it probably has something to do with the leadership or the law moat out there believing or having that, oh well, that coal, I guess, or black stuff, whatever the stuff, someone believing that all the things that we make light works out of was going away, and they thought that they would somehow cut back on the light work being worked by doing this. I don't know. Some folks seem to think it has something to do with helping the land workers out, but at the end of the day, I think those folks are busy and ifing. No need what time, no need if you shift the timer back or shift the timer ahead. Some folks think that, oh well, it has to do, but no one truly knows. Everybody's got their thoughts and beliefs, but whatever the grounds for it is, it's been something that's been going on. I don't know, since 9 between 35 Y or something like that. I don't know. Whatever the grounds for it was, it's been going on way too long. And if someone would, undo it, it would just do a whole sty. If someone would come along and undo it and say you don't have to, if someone come along and say you don't have to do it anymore, it would undo it. It would be a sty, as I'm saying. Why? Because half of the folks would be shifting it head and shifting it back, and the other folks would not. So it's like, if it's not broken, don't heal it, because it's just going to make more of a hang up if you undo it. Now, a lot of folks out there will be like, shit, you mean October 31st is when we got to do it? Yeah. If you don't do it any time between that and Sunday morning, there is no 5. It just goes right into 6. So if you didn't do it by then, and your timer's going to be wrong. I know some folks out there that they just don't do it. They just deal with it when they wake up in the morning and their timer's telling them a time that it's wrong, or a time that would have been right if the timer was ahead, but now is wrong because the timer is now back. Now, for a lot of wireless far speakers and for a lot of reckoners, their timers already do this. Some do, some don't, but a lot of them do. But a lot of the set timers don't do it. So I do it before I go to sleep. Like, that's when I do it. So like, if it was like, I don't know, 7:06, well then you shift it back and make it 6:06. Like, that's the thought. Um why anyone do it? No one knows. Everyone's got their thoughts and beliefs over why. Some folks think that it was a way to keep all of the stuff that lightworks are made out of, keep it lasting longer. Some folks think it was to stop folk from overworking lightworks. No one really truly knows. Others think it was set up to help the land workers, but I don't really think there's enough truth to back up that it even helps them. Some folks think it was to, I don't know, somehow stop folks from going to work and going to learn in the dark. Which, when you shift it back, you're going to work and going to learn in the dark either way. It don't get bright until you're halfway to work or learn if you turn to shift it back, and you lose more daylight than actually. See, when you shift it ahead, you might put another span on it so it makes the day go slower, so you got more light. You shift it back, now you put one span back on it, now the day's going slower, so going faster, so yeah, you just lost more daylight than you got. So this whole daylight keeping, you're keeping it when you did ahead, but you lost it when you went back. But at the end of the day, I don't even know why it was even done. That's just some of the sagas and tales I heard, but no one truly knows why it was done. So anyway, that's it for me. I'm Tuxedo Masterian. Hope you like this film.